everyone. I am I am live streaming to give you a new lesson on how to transform a complex sentence with relative clause into a simple sentence by omitting the relative pronoun and the auxiliary verb. This is a very unique program, and many of us are unaware of the fact that two simple sentences can be combined into a simple sentence, and after that it can be transformed into a complex sentence, and again it can be transformed into a simple sentence by omitting the relative pronoun and the auxiliary verb. Hi, Sagnik, tell your friends that I am online or I am live streaming, and tell them to join the class so that I may be encouraged and enthused to give you the lesson more effectively. And it is a very interesting lesson. Hi viewers, patrons, my well-wishers, I shall be very much happy if you give a like or give a reaction and subscribe my channel, and hello my viewers, join my class and I shall be very much enthused and encouraged to give you the grammar lesson more effectively. However, let us enter the class without making the introduction lengthy. Therefore, according to the community guidelines, I am going to hide my privacy and abide by the community guidelines. But I am sharing my ideas as an experienced teacher for about 38 years, that a relative clause can be converted into a participial phrase. As for example, I am giving you my first example. I saw, just you may write down, it is not for listening or hearing. You may take your exercise book, pen, etc. and write them down for your future practice and use in conversation, in writing, in communication, in the marketplaces, in the business places, etc. Whatever may be the case, my first example is, I saw some farmers They were plowing the fields. I saw some farmers. They were plowing the fields. Plowing, Ploughing. Now let us combine the two sentences into a complex sentence. First I am combining the two sentences into a complex sentence. Clear? Somebody is writing, sir, please start a series in your channel to teach us first English for corporate world. Okay, I shall keep it in mind and be online positively at 11:30. And at 11:30, I shall give you the tidbits of grammar, vocabulary, construction, and conversational English or dialogue every night, so that you may be benefited in your corporate world. I know that in corporate world there are some short forms, there are some masculinity and some formalities, and therefore the next night I shall give you a lesson, and I shall give a series of lessons, but you will have to show me patience, because whether it is a corporate sector or mere class, you will have to maintain tense system, you will have to maintain some grammatical items, subject verb agreement, etc. Okay, I shall keep it in my mind. Thank you very much for demanding this. Okay. However, it will be very much come to your benefit tonight if you listen to my live streaming tonight. So I saw some farmers, they were plowing the fields. And let us combine into a complex sentence by using a relative clause. Okay? I saw some farmers who were plowing the fields. I saw some farmers who were plowing the fields. And if we analyze the sentence of the construction of the sentence, we will see that I saw some farmers, it is principal clause, that is the independent clause, who were plowing the fields, it is obviously subordinate adjective clause or relative clause, and qualifying the noun farmers. So farmers is an antecedent. Farmers is an antecedent. And if you ask me, sir, what is antecedent? Antecedent is actually either a noun or a noun phrase or a pronoun that precedes the relative pronoun. For example, here farmers is an antecedent because it has preceded the relative pronoun who. Clear? Now let us transform the complex sentence into a simple sentence. So remember, the first two simple sentences have been combined into a complex sentence by using a relative clause. Again, I am going to transform it into a simple sentence. But how? You see that I am transforming the complex sentence into a simple sentence. I saw some farmers plowing the fields. I saw some farmers plowing the fields. So you see that I have just omitted two things: who and where. Who is relative pronoun and where is auxiliary verb. So I have omitted two things: who and where. Clear? So when you will transform a complex sentence into a simple sentence, just omit the relative pronoun and the related auxiliary verb. Hello, my friends, my viewers, my patrons and subscribers. Please give a like, just show your reaction and comment if you have any demand from me, as somebody has demanded to give lessons serially so that he may be benefited in speaking English in the corporate world. I am very much happy to hear it. Okay? Next item I am going. Just I am shifting to another item. Sagnik is also present, I see. Okay? Thank you very much. I am very happy to hear this comment, to read this comment. Really, at this age, after having served high school for about 38 years, I am giving a hard labor just to share my ideas. If somebody remembers me in future, that is my benefit, nothing else. Nothing else. Okay? Now let us come to the second sentence. I have given three sentences already. Okay? You see, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Sheikh. I am very happy. I am very glad that you have joined. And my second item, the teacher rebuked the boys. The teacher rebuked the boys. Clear? They were quarreling among themselves. The teacher rebuked the boys. They were quarreling among themselves. Clear? Now, these two simple sentences will be combined into a complex sentence. But how? You see that I am combining these two simple sentences into a complex sentence. The teacher rebuked the boys who were quarreling among themselves. The teacher rebuked the boys who were quarreling among themselves. Now let us analyze the sentence. Let us analyze the sentence, how the sentence has been constructed. The teacher rebuked the boys. It is obviously a principal clause. It is independent clause. Clear? Now, who were quarreling among themselves? It is subordinate adjective clause or relative clause. Clear? Why is it relative clause? Because it is qualifying the noun, the boys. The boys. So, boys is an antecedent. Again, I am reminding you, okay, sir, I want to learn the WH question words. Okay, I shall try to fulfill the demands of everybody, but you will have to promise that every night at about 11:30 p.m. you must be online and I shall fulfill your demand. I am for you. I will serve your purpose, no doubt. Clear? I will note down that somebody wants just the series of conversation that is for the corporate world. Somebody is asking for WH questions, framing WH questions. It is a very important lesson. Okay, I will fulfill all these. Okay. Now, the teacher rebuked the boys who were quarreling among themselves. Now, this sentence can be easily converted or transformed into a simple sentence. But how? By using participial phrase. By using participial phrase. How? The teacher rebuked the boys quarreling among themselves. Now it is a simple sentence. The teacher rebuked the boys quarreling among themselves. Now it is a simple sentence because the relative pronoun who and the auxiliary verb were have been omitted. And this is the way. If you want to turn a complex sentence with a relative clause or adjective clause into a simple sentence, with your closed eyes, you will omit the auxiliary verb. Okay, I will try my level best to do the board work. To do the board work every night, I shall be also satisfied and you will be satisfied. Thanking all of you. Okay, tonight I am going to end the lesson and tomorrow at night I will try my level best to do the board work and give you the lessons. Thanking all of you. Okay, then what is a participial phrase? A participial phrase is a phrase which is actually without an auxiliary verb and the relative pronoun. When you omit the relative pronoun and the auxiliary verb, the next phrase will be known as participial phrase. Clear? Okay, let me be clear, and I am giving you, I have already given 6 sentences, and now I am trying to give you another sentence. For example, some wild ducks were flying. Some wild ducks were flying. My father shot down one of them. Just remember the sentences. Some wild ducks were flying. My father shot down one of them. Clear? Now let us combine into a complex sentence by using adjective clause or a relative clause. Okay? My father shot down one of the wild ducks. My father shot down one of the wild ducks which are flying. Which are flying. Let us analyze the sentence. My father shot down one of the wild ducks. It is obviously a principal clause or independent clause. Which are flying, it is subordinate adjective clause or relative clause, and qualifying the noun ducks or wild ducks, whatever you like. Ducks or wild ducks. Clear? Now, this is obviously a complex sentence with relative clause, and if you are asked to turn it into a simple sentence, you have no other way than using participial phrase. Clear? For example, my father shot down one of the ducks flying. What have I omitted? I have omitted 2 things. One is which and the other is where. So which is relative pronoun and where is auxiliary verb. Clear? So the relative pronoun and the auxiliary verb have been omitted with closed eyes to turn the complex sentence into a simple sentence. And you know, flying is actually here a participial phrase. Participial phrase. And it has lost 2 things, which and where. Okay, let us take another example. The pebbles were rolling. Suppose you have gone to the sea beach. Suppose you have gone to the seashore. You see that the pebbles were rolling. I noticed them. I noticed them. Now you are asked to combine into a complex sentence by using relative clause or adjective clause. What will you do? I noticed the pebbles which were rolling. I noticed the pebbles which were rolling. I noticed the pebbles, principal clause, which were rolling, subordinate adjective clause or relative clause, and qualifying the noun pebbles. Qualifying the noun pebbles. And let us turn it or transform it into a simple sentence by using participial phrase. Clear? I noticed the pebbles rolling. I noticed the pebbles rolling. It has been transformed into a simple sentence by using participial phrase. Rolling here is participial phrase because it has lost its relative pronoun and the auxiliary verb. I hope this video will come to your benefit in speaking English fluently, elegantly, and correctly, in writing English, shortening form or in shortened form, and in communication in business places, at market, in your educational institution, while facing an interview, etc. English is an international language. It has masculinity. It has shortened forms, whatnot. So let us stop here. Stay safe, stay mellow. Good night. And next day I will do good work, I promise. Thanking all of you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe my channel. An easy step to English grammar.